What's happening, Hoodlum gang? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O N. I know it's been a minute since I've been in it, but check it out. You already know what to do. Man, go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and hit that subscribe if you want to become a member of the Hoodlum gang. Go on over to IG and follow me at Hoodie from the Hood. Talk to me, I talk back sometimes. Now check it out. We're going to get right into it. Y'all see the title. This is something that I didn't even really want to talk about. I kind of wanted to just, let things be what they was. And I'm quite sure, the real gonna respect it. The haters gonna hate. That's what they do. You got a lot of people with a lot of opinions that don't matter. But, this is gonna make them not like me even more. But it really don't matter to me because it is what it is. It's the truth, homie. So like I said, y'all see the title, and this is something that I just didn't really feel like explaining, but it's some narratives. It's two narratives that we just gotta stop, homie. We gotta correct these false allegations and these false narratives, homie, when they being put out there, because I've seen these being said not only by anonymous faces in the comments, but by other goofball channels. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, we're going to correct them. So the title, did I turn my back on S-Bone? People fall out all the time, homie. You fall out with people that you actually grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't even speak to your best friend that was your best friend all through middle school and high school, and you don't even speak to them no more. And it ain't even necessarily a fallout sometimes. Sometimes you just grow apart and y'all doing different things. You know what I mean? So y'all don't communicate every day. So sometimes communication could get mixed up or whatever the case is, and, people start to feel a type of way or whatever, homie. And I'm not saying that that's what happened here. I'm just saying, if y'all fall out with people that you actually grew up with or actually, are related to or consider family, I don't know what makes you think that you can't fall out with somebody that you met through social media. So the first thing that I really want to correct y'all on is I seen a lot of people saying that they only heard of me through S-Bone, or trying to make it seem like as if S-Bone put me on or brought me out or something, or whatever the case is. That couldn't be further from the truth. Now I will say this, S-Bone did have a YouTube channel before me. I think probably a year before me, he had already had a YouTube channel. But my introduction to the world was street TV. Alex Alonso gave me a shot. But me knowing that I wanted to get into the content game, and even though I hadn't made a channel yet at that moment, I was going to make a channel. So that was always my thing. So when he offered me an opportunity to come on his platform, I jumped at it because I'm like, hell yeah, this is kind of like building your resume or adding to your profile or whatever the case is. That's why I don't know if y'all see sometimes, even to this day, there's people that be like, hey man, I've been rocking with you since you was on street TV, or you know what I mean? They always reference back to that because that's where most people saw me. Well, at least outside the city. In the city, you see me, whatever, in the streets, behind the wall, in homies rap videos, whatever the case. So I have been on street TV twice. Yeah, 2 times before S-Bone was on there. The first time he was on there, when that little viral clip that Dream Foreign always put up, when S-Bone be like, damn, you gonna shoot me, when he put his hands up, that was his first interview. I had already been on there twice before he did that. Then we did the one together. That was my 3rd time. That was his 2nd time on there. So like I said, S-Bone did not introduce me to y'all. Alex Alonso did. So we gotta let that narrative know. Now, if you found out about me through him, then that's cool, homie. But he didn't bring me to YouTube, so we gotta stop saying that. And of course, all of y'all don't say that. Most of y'all don't say that. It's just a few weirdos who keep saying that shit. You know what I mean? And that couldn't be further from the truth. Number 2, which is the title. Did I turn my back on S-Bone? Now, I understand that this is still a sensitive topic, because he's no longer here. So I'ma tread lightly out of respect. The thing is, like I said, people have disagreements all the time. He did what he did as far as going on that podcast with that dude, and I wasn't feeling it like a lot of people. Wasn't nothing personal. It was just like, damn, bro, why you do that? And pretty much the response I got from that was nonchalant, like, whatever. Now, unbeknownst to all of us, he went on that platform and he had the No Jumper interview coming up. So I don't know if he just felt like, nigga, I'm doing what I'm doing was best for me on my channel, and I don't give a fuck about nobody's opinion. I already made it to No Jumper. Like, I don't know if he felt like he was blowing up and just didn't care. I don't know. We never had this conversation. I'm not gonna say that that was his mindset, but I'm just saying I can only speculate because he's no longer here, and we never got a chance to have that conversation. Now, as far as the whole paperwork situation, like I said, me and him had built a cool, cordial relationship. We communicated often about certain shit going on in the YouTube world, certain things going on with me, him, other YouTubers, whatever the case. Certain stuff, just on some, you know, some other shit, some hood shit, some personal shit, whatever. We would communicate. So, a lot of y'all know I had went to Hood Day in LA this year, which I go out there all the time anyways, but I hadn't attended a Hood Day out there because 9 times out of 10, we got our own thing going on in Dago, and it's always planned around the same time. So this time it just happened to fall to where we could do our thing and then we could slide out there. So I went out there, and that was the first time I had heard anything about the snitching allegations. Now, mind you, this is me and him been rocking for the past 2 years. I told the individual who told me about this, he didn't have the paperwork right then and there. I said, hey, well, if you could get it to me, get it to me. And, you know, not that I'm not taking your word or saying you ain't credible. I just got to see it, homie. You just can't walk up and tell me something. So even without him being there, I stood on business, you know what I'm saying, and didn't just go with what a nigga was telling me. So clearly I'm not the type to just turn my back on you over the most smallest shit or over he say she say. Now, I would say 2 days after that, he had hit me. Was it? Yeah, it was 2 days after that. No, it was the next day. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was the next day. Yep. It was the next day. Because Hood Day, the 10th was on the Monday. I think I was at work the next day on a Tuesday. He FaceTimed me. He was like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's happening? And he said, yeah, man, I already know. I don't know if somebody told him or if he just knew that was going to happen. He was like, yeah, I already know. You know, niggas was probably speaking on me, whatever the case is. And I said, actually, yeah, one person, you know, did bring up some shit. And then he was like, yeah, I already knew. And he was like, nigga, I got the ism right here. You know how we talked. And he had the manila envelope. He's like, I got it right here. He's like, bro, I've been meaning to, you know what I mean, let you know. Now, mind you, like I said, I've been hanging out with this dude for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? He never brought it up. But now he was like, man, I got the shit right here. He pulled it out. He started trying to show me. I'm like, bro, I can't really see. But whenever I get out there, you know what I'm saying, I'll pull up on you. And, you know, it ain't nothing. Then I had seen that he had pulled up on ODM Slim, and ODM Slim had read the paperwork, whatever. And ODM Slim was, you know, vouching for it. You know, basically like, you know, he said a lot, but he ain't really, that was, you know, his perception of it. So I'm like, cool, you know, I'll pull up on you. I didn't make it out there in time, and that's when that other situation happened. As a matter of fact, nah, I did go back out there. I went out there on Juneteenth with the homies, and he hit me again after that. Like, bro, you was out here, you should have hit me. But he had moved from his old spot to somewhere else. So he's like, bro, you was out here, you should have hit me. I said, I know, nigga, I went to the hood. You know how it is, you get stuck over there. He like, yeah, for sure, but I need you to see this. Like, he was pressing the issue. And that's another thing. S-Bone was very vocal, and y'all know that. He didn't bite his tongue. So if he had a problem with the video I made, he would have reached out and said that. But like I said, I think he just didn't care, and he was on his own mission and didn't give a fuck. He didn't reach out to me and express no type of nothing. But these other channels and these trolls feel some type of way for him. He didn't even feel that way. And if he did, he didn't voice it. Which we all know, S-Bone don't bite his tongue. If he felt some type of way, he would have said something. But anyways, so I'm like, yeah, bro, when I double back, I'm gonna pull up on you. That's when he did the thing with Cowboy, and I kind of was just like, all right, man. Still wasn't tripping though. Wasn't no big situation. It was just like, damn, bro, why you do that? Then that's when the actual, when 600 did what he did, you know, did the little skit with the paperwork and all that, and insinuated something. And 600 is right when he say he never caught that man. He didn't. If you watch that video, he didn't. They alluded to that. They insinuated that that's what you was gonna find in that paperwork, and then they never opened it up or read that paperwork. That's why 600 said that. Like, I still ain't opened it to this day. But you know, you people know what they was doing by insinuating that. Now, the paperwork got sent to me. I'm a busy person. It's a lot of paperwork. I still never read the paperwork. I read a little bit of it. I never finished it after the whole situation happened with him. I just, you know, I just let that go. But from the little bit that I did read, bro, there's at least a DP, based on what I read. At least, at the bare minimum, a DP. If you know, you know, homie. I ain't even gonna get into, especially because he not here no more. Yeah, it wasn't cool. But that still wasn't even like to the point to where I was like, I mean, like I said, I had already fell back. So, and here's another thing. I know I'm all over the place. Y'all bear with me. I have yet to run into a street nigga or a real nigga or a reputable or anybody with any type of loyalty to this code that we live by that's angry with me from distancing myself from somebody who allegedly broke the code. Only squares and non-affiliates and fake gang members feel like, oh, nigga, you supposed to rock with this. See, y'all the type that will harbor a rat. It could be in your face, but so what? That's my homie. I'm going down with him. Because when you do foul stuff like that, homie, I got to distance myself. Like I said, that wasn't even fully the thing that made me back up. I didn't block him. He was still on my social media. I was still subscribed to his channel. I wasn't necessarily watching it. And I didn't bash the man's name. Still haven't to this day. It would have been easy to come out and bash his name and be like, fuck this nigga, he a snitch, and it probably would have done 100,000, because that's the type of fuck shit y'all like. But I had a relationship with this dude at a point in time, pause, not that kind, but yeah, some of y'all is weird. So you got to say that for the weirdos. because they're part of the hoodlum gang. Me and him had established a cool little cordial. I don't want to say friendship, homie, because I think that word is kind of misused. It was cordial. Yeah, like we was straight, homie. We was more than straight. But I wouldn't say friend. It's niggas that I grew up with my whole life, you know, as far as the hood, that I don't even consider my friends. So I don't want to use that word. But he was more than an acquaintance, if that makes sense. But anyways, the part that really threw me off, homie, and y'all all seen it, after Lovejoy and the other homie did that thing with the paperwork, I think at that point he was like, I'm gonna crash out. He was already telling me before that, like, nigga, I'll fuck around and crash out on one of these niggas. And I kept telling him, don't do that. But I also thought that crash out meant like to go do something desperate, out of desperation, to go do something stupid. His version of crashing out, which he deleted the video, was you know, he pulled out what he pulled out. Everybody seen it. I seen it. And then he accused the homie of sacrificing another homie in his whatever. He said it. He said this. I don't know that to be true, homie. But what I'm saying is, when you get on here and you accuse a nigga of a crime, knowing that the police is on here, that's kind of like sicking the police on the nigga to, like, you know what I mean? Motherfucker, like, the police could be like, oh yeah, let me start investigating this dude. And it wasn't like it happened on a random live, you know what I mean? And somebody screen recorded it. You recorded that and you uploaded that. Not only did you record that and you uploaded that, you went into it knowing that you was going to say all of that and upload it. So for somebody who been around long enough and you know all the rules, and you knew that was out of line and you decided to go through with it, that right there is when I really was like, all right, I'm done. I'm cool. I don't know what you got going on. Bless you, brother. It didn't have to be said. My action showed that I was straight, homie. Like I said, we never had no words. We never had no conversation. Had he reached out, we could have had a conversation, and I would have told him exactly where I wasn't fucking with it. And that's just it right there. Like, that right there, everybody seen that. Y'all all seen it. And I was like, oh, that ain't cool. That right there, that was worse than going on the podcast with Cowboy. Anytime a nigga get on the internet and accuse another nigga of committing a crime that they haven't went to jail for or anything, you haven't been tried for that, and you throw an accusation out there like that, that's wild. That's wild to me. And I don't know, y'all could all turn y'all cheek and act like you didn't hear what was said or you didn't see the video. I heard it, I saw it, so I got to fall back. And I had already fell back, but that was even more of a reason for me to just be like, all right, I'm good. Let me just go ahead and wash my hands with this situation, because I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what that is. I know what that is. Y'all know what that is. Like I said, there's not one real street nigga or anybody who still live by that code that's gonna fault a nigga for being like, I'm cool off of that. It's the fans, and some of y'all are fans, not the subscribers. It's fans. Some of you niggas become infatuated with these YouTube personalities and y'all feel like y'all living through them. You know what I mean? When they get into it with somebody, or when they, whatever, you feel like you're connected to that person. So y'all gonna make a million excuses for why I'm wrong or why this person's right. And that's cool, homie. You can stay over there with that shit. But that was my reasoning for backing up, homie. Like I said, it was the podcast, then what I saw in the paperwork, and then that video where he made them accusations against somebody else, saying that they did that. Homie, that's a whole conspiracy you just accused this man of on YouTube. And like I said, man, this was something that I just see repeatedly over and over. I didn't seen it in my lives. I didn't seen it in my comments. I didn't seen it in other people's comments. Oh, Hoodie Hood turned his back on. Like, bro, like, so I didn't, once he passed, homie, I just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna leave that alone. But we got to stop the bullshit narratives. I always say that no one cares for the truth when the lie is more entertaining. And I guess that is more entertaining to paint me as a snake or disloyal or whatever the fuck. Like, it's not like I just woke up one day and fucked his bitch or something. Like, the same niggas who call me a snake for distancing myself for somebody doing some shit that I feel like is not sticking to the code, you same niggas will fuck y'all homies bitch. You same niggas is in y'all baby mama's inboxes. You same niggas will snitch. Y'all will commit a crime and snitch on your homie. And y'all want to talk about loyalty. But anyways, homie, that's my video. I know it's been a minute. Like I said, I ain't really been dropping videos. I'm probably going to go live after this, so y'all tune in for that. But I had a lot to get off my chest, homie. And that's my truth. You can take it or leave it, homie. I'm quite sure other people's going to see this and be like, oh, let me make a response to that. Like, man, that's cool. Do what y'all do. None of you niggas is real niggas anyway, so it don't even matter what your opinion is. No one cares except other wannabes. But it's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O N. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.